In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to solve linear equations and then do a formal check on your answers. The solving equations part of this is the same as what you've done before. You try to get all of the terms with the letters, in this case a, on one side of the equal sign and all of the numbers on the other side. In the first case, you already have negative 4a on the left side, so what we need to do is eliminate the plus 7 from that side. In order to do that, you subtract 7 from both sides. So now on the left, you are left with negative 4a, and that's equal to 39 minus 7, or 32. Now, since you want plus 1a, if you look at the coefficient of negative 4 on the a, you divide both sides of this equation by negative 4. You have negative 4a over negative 4 and 32 over negative 4. So you end up with positive 1a on the left and negative 8 on the right-hand side. In order to do the check, you write down the check and you rewrite the left side of this equation, which is negative 4a plus 7, and then the right side of the equation, which is 39, separately. On the left side, you go and substitute the negative 8 in for a. I always like to put substitutions in brackets because you're less likely to make a mistake. So you have negative 4 times negative 8 plus 7. Negative 4 times negative 8 is positive 32 plus 7, which is equal to 39. Now if you compare the values that you got for the left side and the right side after you substituted, you will see that they are both equal to 39, so you can actually make the statement left side equals right side, which confirms that your answer is indeed a equals negative 8. This next equation, we have a variable term on each side and a constant on each side. I like to have the terms with variables on the left side, so what I'm going to do is try to eliminate the negative 3 from the left side of the equation. In order to do that, I have to add 3 to both sides of the equation. So on the left, we end up with 5m minus 3 plus 3, which is 5m. On the right side, we have 8m plus 18 plus 3, or 8m plus 21. Now you'll see that we have an 8m on the right side, which we don't want there. So in order to eliminate it, we have to subtract 8m from both sides of this equation. So I subtract 8m from the right, and I do that immediately on the left as well. On the left now, we have a positive 5m minus 8m, which gives us negative 3m, and that's equal to 8m minus 8m, which is 0 plus 21. On the left now, we have a negative 3m. We want to make that positive 1m. So what we do is divide negative 3m by negative 3, and then we do the same to the right side, and we're left with positive 1m on the left side and negative 7 on the right. So the answer is m equals negative 7. We want to check this. To do a formal check, we write down what the left side of the equation is. In this case, it's 5m minus 3. And we want to put that negative 7 into place for the m. So we put it in as 5 bracket negative 7, which means 5 times negative 7 minus 3. So 5 times negative 7 is negative 35 minus 3. Since these are both negative, you add them, you get 35 and 3 is 38, and you keep the negative sign. Now we do the same for the right side, which is 8m plus 18. We want to substitute the negative 7 in for the m. We do that by putting the negative 7 in brackets in place of the m. So we get 8 times negative 7 plus 18, which gives us negative 56 plus 18. And when you combine a negative 56 with a positive 18, you subtract the 18 from the 56, which gives us 38, and keep the negative, so we end up with negative 38 once again. If you look, you see that both the left side and right side are negative 38, so you can now make the statement that the left side equals the right side, which confirms that the answer is indeed m equals negative 7. And you'll see in my solutions that I always try to put all the equal signs one above the other to keep them neat and understandable. If I take out the red marks, you can see what your answers should look like. It's important for you to practice what you just learned. On your screen are two examples similar to the ones we just did. Pause the video now, try these on your own, and then restart it after you're done to compare your answers to my solutions. Okay, in this first equation, what we want to do is get all the terms with variables, 5x on the left side, and you can see that it's already there. So what we have to do is eliminate the negative 17. I do that by adding 17 to both sides of this equation. So we end up with 5x, and minus 17 plus 17 is 0. And then on the right side, because we have a negative 27 and a plus 17, we end up with negative 10. Now we want 1x on the left, so we divide both sides by 5. We end up with 1x equals negative 2, the negative 10 divided by 5. In order to check this answer, we need to put the x equals negative 2 into the left side of the original equation, 5x minus 17, and then compare that to the right side, which is negative 27. When you substitute the negative 2 in for x on the left side, put it in brackets because you'll be less likely to make a mistake. So we have 5 times negative 2 in brackets minus 17, which is negative 10 minus 17. Since both of these are negative, you just add the two numbers, 10 and 17, and you end up with 27 and a negative. Now you can see that the left side is equal to the right side, so you can make that statement, which confirms that your answer is x equals negative 2. In this next equation, you'll see that we have a term with a variable on both sides of the equation, or the equal sign. So what we want to do is eliminate the plus 7 from the left side. In order to do that, we subtract 7 from both sides of the equation. On the left side, we end up with 3y, and that's equal to 5y, and minus 15 minus 7, since they're both negative, you end up with negative 22. Now we want to eliminate the 5y from the right side, so we're left with just the constant. In order to eliminate or get rid of the 5y, we have to subtract 5y from both sides. We do it on the right side, and we have to do it immediately on the left side. So now on the left side, since we have a positive 3 and a negative 5, we end up with negative 2y. On the right side, we're just negative 22. Now on the left, we want positive 1y, so what we do is divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which is negative 2. And the negative 2's divide out, and we end up with positive 1y equals positive 11, since it's negative 22 divided by negative 2. In order to check, we rewrite the left side of this equation, 3y plus 7. We substitute our answer, y equals 11, into the term 3y. We put it in brackets. We end up with 3 times 11 plus 7, or 33 plus 7, which is 40. Now we have to do exactly the same thing to the right side of the equation, so we rewrite it. Right side is 5y minus 15. Substitute y equals 11 into the 5y of the right side. In brackets again, we get 5 times 11, which is 55, minus 15. And when we subtract these, we end up with the right side equal to 40 as well. So when we look at these, you can see that both the left side and the right side are equal, so you can actually make that statement now, which confirms that y equals to 11 is our correct answer. You'll see that I put all of my equal signs one above the other for clarity and for neatness. And now that I've removed all the red, you can see what the answers should look like. Math is not just about getting the answer to a problem. It's about learning how to analyze a problem, applying your knowledge to solve the problem, and then writing the solution in a way that's easily understood by others, which is a very important skill to learn. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.